Hello and welcome to Learning Python tutorial series. And in this video, we are going to learn how to connect to MySQL database and perform create, read, update and delete operations, that is CRUD operations with MySQL database. So here we are going to use MySQL connector and let's get started with creating new project. So first of all, let's create new project into your PyCharm editor. I'm going to name this project name as MySQL demo, and I'm going to keep all other configurations as it is. I have Python 3.12.0 installed on my local machine. So let's click on create and let's wait for editor to create its own virtual environment for this particular project. All right, let's create new Python file MySQL connector demo, and here I am supposed to import MySQL.connector. So before that, I need to create requirements.txt, and so I need to add this connector, MySQL connector Python. All right. So let's install this requirement. So MySQL connector is getting installed and package is installed successfully. So we can go ahead. If you don't have MySQL installed on your local machine, let's create one Docker file which will, so rather than Docker file, we will use existing MySQL image, official image, and we'll configure it using Docker compose.yaml. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to use this link. I'm going to copy this link inside inside description box of this video, and also you can copy this code or this Docker compose file from the sample code. So I will be sharing that link also. So don't worry about this. So I'm going to just copy paste it and I'm going to explain what it is. Yeah. So first line is version, that the Docker compose version. So this is the YAML file, and inside services I have service DB. We are creating container using this image, official image, that is MySQL 5.7. Okay. And inside environment, we are creating MySQL DB. So we are passing this parameter to override username password, and we are also specifying DB name so that we'll get ready-made image container running. So let me open Docker for you. So this is Docker on my local machine on Windows, and you can see, let me delete everything. I don't have anything here right now. Correct. So you will see one image once I fetch this. So here is a port number. By default port we are using, we are exposing that port, and we have specified volume so that that volume won't get destroyed once the even if you destroy your container, you can later on use same volume and connect to your new container. Okay, so we are using volume here. It's optional. Okay, so let's go to terminal, and what I'm going to use command docker compose up. So what this command is supposed to do is, it is going to pull the one first thing, it is going to pull this image locally, and then it is going to create container out of it using this environment variable. So after that, we can go and check and try to connect with MySQL DB. So while this is going on, let me go to MySQL, and here I'm going to type DB. Just I'm going to make connection, going to write some statements which are required to make connection. In connect method, I'm going to pass host, which is localhost in this case. So in your case, if you are using any other MySQL instance running on any other machine, you can use IP address here. Or if you are using just like this local instance, then you can specify localhost, then user, which will be root, then it's going to be pass wd. Please remember this, you can misspell it as password. So Yeah, so here we have specified password. So yeah, I'm going to specify password, and after that we make a connection, the cursor, and then what do we do is we execute command. Meanwhile, you can see MySQL D is ready for connection. And if I go to Docker, here you can see image. One image has been fetched, that is MySQL 5.67. And from that image, new container has been created. And you can see the DB1, okay, MySQL 5.7, and it's already running. So let's finish this and try to connect with this database. So here I'm going to use create database. This is very normal database query, create database that we know. And so we are executing few commands that we usually execute on console. So using this c.execute, we are executing those commands. So we are basically creating database, new database, and after that we are executing show databases command. Then what we'll do is we will just try to print the value inside this cursor. And yeah, so finally we'll close this. So you can also use auto closable here. Now let me run this and see if, yeah, so we have basically successfully have made connection. Okay, let's move ahead and try to, so table has been created. Oh, sorry, DB has been created, which was already there. And now, and DB list, as you can see here, system DB, employee DB. This employee DB is created by us right now. And DB was created in this Docker compose like this. Okay. Now we'll try to create the table. So for that, we have to pass database here that we created, employee DB. Then we are going to pass. So here I am supposed to now pass create table query. The table name will be table employee. Maybe just let's say employee, and the syntax will be, if I'm going to use here multi-line, here I need employee ID as, which is going to be our primary key, integer, not null, auto event. Then we have employee name, cat 45 can be null. Then we have department, game. Then we have salary, teacher, null. And last primary key is our employee ID. Let's close. So we already have closed this. Let's do db.cursor. So this should create our table, and we need to iterate. For that, we are going to fire one query description. We need description of employee table, correct? And after that, we will iterate over this cursor and print all whatever the cursor is going to written, correct? So this statement is not required. Let's run this. Okay, you can see the table has created, and it has printed all attributes, column attributes through this cursor, this is for loop. Okay, so our table is created. Now we need to insert data into this table, correct? And for that we need insert query, correct? So let's come here and let's modify. So let's create first data that we want to insert, data equal to. So let's create some dummy data, department HR. Let's put some random figure here. I'm going to copy paste, right? So this is the data that we are going to insert. Okay. So yeah, 3 records should be good enough. So three is good enough. Now let's write employee insert query. So insert into employee name. We don't insert primary key, right? It is auto generated. And inside that we are inserting values. So we are passing %s here. as we are going to, this is called as bulk insert. Okay, so we are going to insert. So employee ID is auto generated, name, salary. Okay, 3 fields, and here I need to pass execute insert, and here I need to pass execute many. After that, we need to commit, since this is a insert operation. Let's try this. Oh, we forgot to pass data. All right, let's try to fetch data. So we have create, now we will read, we perform read operation. This should be, yeah, so here we have db.cursor. So simple query that we are going to fire is select star, correct? So we perform select operation and we do select star from employee, and we shall print this. We don't need commit here. So all employee for e in employee print e. Okay, let's run this. So you can see after insert we have successfully were able to read all records from this table. Simple select operation, right? Now let's try to update. If you want to update, then we need update query, right? And for update query, again, what we can do is we can update here, update table. Let's update department. Let's try to update department. Department equal to, let's say department equal to engineering, where employee name, EMP name is Amit, correct? So you can actually split this query on multiple lines like this, set and where, correct? It should be here, right? All right. So employee name equal to Amit, and then we execute. After that, we do commit, because we are modifying the data and we don't need this. Let's run this. Oh, wait. Okay. So in update query, I need to insert this. Let's try to again run. Select star. C dot fetch all employee data for e in employee data, print e. Okay. So you can see this department of Amit is being updated. So this is how you update. Okay. Now the last part is deleting the data, correct? So for that, we need delete query, and again, so I'm going to keep this as it is because we need to print, right? So here what I'm going to do is c dot execute delete query, right? Delete from employee where again EMP name is, let's say, Amit, or you can even do it with primary key. Usually it is done with primary key. So let's do it. Employee ID equal to integer. It's integer, so 1. Yeah, correct. Let's run this. We execute and then we should commit. So you can see our first record has been deleted. So this is how you perform CRUD operation on MySQL DB using Python. So you have to write all queries in this. So yeah, so that's it from this video. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.